So here we are against good goal or bad defending once again. Liverpool against Fulham. But the cash has been down the pub all night. I didn't mean to, but you know when your boy phones you up and says, okay, come down at 1 o'clock, and all of a sudden you know it's like 9 o'clock at night and you miss all the games? That's exactly what happened tonight. But what I want to fucking drag your attention to is this. Top Knot, I think that's what the Liverpool fans call him, Top Knot, has received the ball. He's got a whole bunch of Fulham guys with him. But this is why he's not as good as everyone thinks he is, right? So he's received the ball. He should be in a good position here, but he's really not. He's running forward, and he's got nowhere to go. He can't pass it left or right because there's two Fulham players. So what choice does he have? None. Nothing really. But this is why I'm worried about this guy and why he might be a really good striker. Because this gentleman right here is complete and utter chaos. Watch this. We'll play it forward a second. Watch this. He tries now to use some skill, which I don't think he really has. Actually, that's not true. I think he does, but running forward. He can't do a cutback. He's not that sort of guy. He doesn't have the sort of centre of gravity. And so he completely and utterly loses the ball. He's made a mistake and he loses the ball. But this is why this guy is complete chaos and might end up being a absolutely world-class striker. And I hate that he could end up, if Liverpool sort of stick with him, because you don't really want to when someone is this bad. Like, that was the first touch, the ball's come in and everything's a mess. But then all of a sudden the ball breaks. Okay, he's on his own. There's no Liverpool players around him. So was it his fault that he got double teamed and didn't have a release pass? Or was it his fault that he didn't have the ability to hold the ball up and knock it back to whoever this clown is over here? So it drops right here, and then let's watch what happens, right? So it drops to that guy, right? Goes back, right? Okay, great. Now this is the problem that I have, and this is why this guy might actually be fucking brilliant. It goes back, the centre back 1 here passes it to the centre back 2, but here comes Clown Shoes. Here comes Top Knot right here. He lost the ball in the first place to these two guys, right? But then all of a sudden, he keeps running, and he's chaos. This guy is just chaos. He reminds me of Diego Costa and how good Diego Costa was. You couldn't tell me why he was good, but he was just good. Diego Costa scored goals. He was just chaos for the other team's defenders. When he was on the field, it was like, oh my God, I don't want to deal with him. It's just nonsense. He's fighting me. And that's what Top Knot reminds me of. All of a sudden, this guy gets the ball. Bump, here comes Top Knot. Bump, nicks it away, and this causes the penalty that Mo Salah scores. That right there, Top Knot doesn't give up. After he loses the ball, he carries on running, and all of a sudden, Liverpool have got themselves a penalty that breaks the deadlock. Because Top Knot, was he bad over here when he lost the ball? 100%. But he doesn't care. That's what he does. And he just carried on running, and the next thing you know, he's kicked in the box, and it's a penalty. The next thing you can ask yourself, is it really a penalty? Because there's so many bad penalty calls in the Premier League, because the referees are genuinely worse than the Sunday League referees that anyone has ever seen. Yes, let's watch it forward for a second. Here's Top Knot. Oh, look, he nicks the ball, and the other guy kicks him right. He Rochambeaus him right in the Rochambeau. And yeah, it's a pen. Next thing, Salah scores. That's why I think Top Knot, if Liverpool play him a consistent number of games, he might be a devastating striker. If they're not relying on him to score goals, but he's just like a devastating force up front, more of this is going to happen. He loses the ball, keeps pressuring, gets a penalty. Is that a good striker? Doesn't score a goal, but he creates a goal. I'll leave that to you guys to understand.